you want to rely on your best players, and we counted Chase as one of those people for us. As you step back and look at it big picture, I think that's definitely an area we're looking to potentially add some talent and maybe, supplement some of what Chase was able to give us. Chase isn't the biggest guy, so maybe if you have an opportunity to add a bigger back with maybe a little more power repertoire to his game, that size maybe helps you in protection. But I say that with the caveat that Chase really stepped up in his protection as well last year. So I think you can kind of look at it with a little bit of a blank slate and say, let's find a way to add a really good football player. We know Chase has a well-rounded skill set, and depending on who we're able to add, we can mold it.
What do you think, Lawrence? Do you buy the idea that Chase Brown is going to see his snap percentage and usage go way down?
I think you have to after hearing that. I don't think the plan in the beginning was ever to have Chase Brown playing that much, but when he got in that position, he thrived. Like, they started off the season with Zach Moss as the RB1, so I definitely would buy that they're looking. He literally just said we're looking to add a bigger back to complement. It's, Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, same type of situation. Would it be interesting, though, to see, how they add that back? Will it be through the draft? Because there's a couple of guys, come to mind, Amarian Hampton, Ali Gordon, just bigger running backs that could complement a guy like Chase Brown. So it'll be interesting to see if they get it out the draft or free agency.
Yeah, you know what? I love this comment. You know why? Because it might drive down Chase Brown's draft stock. And I don't care at all. Give me all the Chase Brown at a discount this year. So a couple of things here. So Zach Taylor addressed this as well on the podium yesterday. And I spoke to two different Bengals, one Bengals team source and one an actual assistant coach on the Bengals at that party last night. And I asked them about this. And here's the deal. They all said some version of the same thing. So I'm sort of paraphrasing here. But in essence, this is more about Zach Moss's injury was really serious, really serious. I don't know when that kid's coming back. And they didn't get much out of Khalil Herbert. So this is about depth for that running back room. They truly believe in Chase Brown on first and second down.
Right.
And so this is something that Zach Taylor said from the podium. It's just like, hey, maybe, some other people on third down, but certainly Chase down the stretch proved that he could be that kind of back. Chase Brown had 85, this is over the final 8 games of the season, right? Week 9 on, once Zach Moss kind of went down, right? He averaged over 23 touches a game, 4th most in the NFL. He had a 13.5% target share, 8th most in the NFL among running backs, and he played 85% of the snaps. That was the 3rd highest rate in the NFL. Yes, his snap rate will probably come down, but who cares? If you're telling me Chase Brown is playing 70% of the snaps, 75% of the snaps instead of 85% of the snaps, even 65% of the snaps, and I don't think it'll get down that low because he's a special player and he proved that he could handle that kind of workload. He's still Chase freaking Brown. He's still the lead running back on what's going to be one of the best offenses in the NFL. So they'll add somebody. They'll add somebody that it makes sense that they want to add a running back that's good in pass pro because they've got Joe Burrow back there, right? And their offensive line's still a work in progress. So but Chase Brown's still going to be a superstar, right? Chase Brown is still going to be a rock star. I currently have him at number 31 overall. I'm as a top 12 running back. And, I think there's a scenario where I'm too low on him. So I good. Let the aggregators run with the idea that they're adding a running back. It doesn't matter.
Two things, Connor. I will never forget when Frank Reich, after Jonathan Taylor's 2021 epic runner-up offensive player of the year season, he said coming into the next year, we need to take the load off of JT. We need to give Nyheim Hines more of this backfield.
Yes.
And then literally the first game against the Texans, Jonathan Taylor had 30 carries.
Right.
And then also, anyone remember Blake Corum going into this season?
Oh,
It's
I
like,
do.
It's going to be a timeshare with Kyron Williams.
I remember punt returner Kyron Williams.
Yeah, I didn't see Blake Corum this season. Just that didn't have a role, and it was the Kyron Williams show. So the one thing, though, is do you think that Chase Brown, do you think he has the body that can withstand a full season of that kind of usage?
I do. What you have to watch here is just what is the talent they bring in. If they draft Quinshon Judkins, then I'm really concerned.
Yes,
because Quinshon
exactly.
Judkins is awesome and physical and downhill and a red zone monster. If they take a guy in the 6th round, then I don't care at all.
Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and Rotoworld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest Roto-World fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.